The Washington Commanders got fleeced at the trade deadline. Former number 2 overall pick Chase Young for a 3rd round pick and former pick 26 in the draft Montez Sweat for a 2nd round pick. Like, you basically traded away your entire defense for nothing. Yes, the Commanders defense was underperforming. Jonathan Allen was already pissed at the trade deadline. He kind of hinted at being traded, didn't officially request it, but at the same time, he was very upset with his team, and now you remove more of his defensive line. This underperforming defense isn't performing in the first place. Like, it just keeps getting worse and worse for Commanders fans. First, you have the Redskins name change to football team, and then you get it changed to Commanders, which nobody asked for. People wanted the Red Wolves or the Red Tails, something like that. Nobody asked for a Commanders team, and nobody asked for the Commanders to have a pig as a mascot. But hey, I'm here to fix the Washington Commanders. It's going to start with Sam Howell here, who is 22 years old. I gave him star dev just to give him that first step into the door. I know it seemed like, oh, you're cheating. No, it's just to get that first step in the door, because I know a lot of Commanders fans that do want to see him succeed. So I have a 4-year time frame to make it happen. But other than that, guys, for the rest of the team, Brian Robinson would be, I think, a lot more successful on any other team. He's a great running back. He's just not getting the production he needs from this team, and obviously this O-line isn't really helping him. Also, same thing with Scary Terry. He's a great receiver on the Commanders. I feel like he could be getting more production elsewhere, but hey, Sam Howell needs his number 1. Curtis Samuel, Jahan Dotson, Logan Thomas, and of course this trash offensive line. Defensively, severely underperforming in real life. Jonathan Allen, really the only good part of this defense right now. Cameron Curl, actually, never mind. Do I give him superstar dev? Cameron Curl is really underrated. I'm not going to give him superstar dev so that way people won't get pissed at me in the comments, but like, realistically, like, this dude, Cameron Curl's really, really good, and nobody talks about him. I mean, like, nobody talks about him. Jamin Davis, he's a solid linebacker, a bit of a questionable 1st round pick, but, you know, not bad. Emmanuel Forbes is going to be the number 2 for me. Martin is going to be the 3. Is Martin, like, hella old? He looks hella old. No, he's 23 and a rookie. Okay, never mind. Martin looks just hella old to me. I don't know why. Sorry, Martin. Emmanuel Forbes is going to play in the slot as well. I just want him getting all the reps. And for the rest of the team, this is what we're going to rock out with. We need to draft some new edge rushers. We need new offensive line. And yeah, just mainly need the new offensive line. I can develop Howell probably. I can develop Dotson. Fine with Brian Robinson, of course. I think he's great in real life. Maybe in Madden he doesn't perform. It depends what stats they put up in the game. But for right now, this is what we got going on for the Washington Commanders after those losses. But anyways, we are at the midseason mark. Commanders are 3-5 in real life, so that's where I put them here. But let's move in to the playoffs. We go from 3-5 to 5-12, bottom of the division. The Giants are outperforming us, which this is not how the standing is going to finish in real life. The standings in real life are going to finish with the Eagles on top, Cowboys in 2nd, Commanders in 3rd, Giants in last, I believe. Coming off a loss to the Cowboys, let's see what we got for the stats and awards. Sam Howell, not good. 30th best offense, defensively, not worse somehow. 3,100 yards, 24 touchdowns, 16 interceptions, 91 pass rating is an awful season. Brian Robinson, 4.2 per carry, 8 touchdowns, 1,000 yards. I guess mess season. It's not crazy. Terry McLaurin, barely over 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns. Everyone else isn't even worth looking at. Cody Barton, 120 tackles for a loss, 17 for Jonathan Allen. Sacks, 6.5 for Jonathan Allen. Really, that's it? I mean, I guess we did lose our top 2 edge rushers. 3 interception for Jartavius Martin. Safeties, 1 for Casey Toohill, I guess, and 0 defensive touchdowns. Really rough season for the Commanders. Of course, I didn't change the schemes or the playbooks. It's year number 1. Let's see what we can get in the offseason. And the Niners, exactly a decade later, get their revenge on the Ravens in the Super Bowl. 28-16, Brock Purdy wins the Super Bowl MVP. Lamar Jackson wins the league MVP. Deebo Samuel, Offensive Player of the Year. I wish, dude. I have him in fantasy. He's been selling me. He's been doing awful. He gets 0.9 points and then just dips for 2 weeks. Anyways, retirements. Right here, what do we have? NFC East. We're going to have our center retiring. He's our 2nd string center. Doesn't really matter to us. Let's see if there is any team upgrades, and I am going to change the scheme, of course, and then go from there. We have offensively, nothing. Defensively, okay, Mayo, my boy Mayo out here with star dev. Derek Forrest gets star dev as well. David Mayo is 31 years old and is going to be absolutely no use to us. Let's go, my boy David Mayo. Anyways, let's do multiple zone run, and I like to do base 4-3, 4-3 cover. I mean, do I do 4-3 cover? 4-3 under isn't bad. I mean, base 4-3, I have a 91% scheme fit, and I want to re-sign all my players there. So I'm going to go to Dallas here. Do I go to Dallas? I'm going to go Buffalo, and then I'm going to go Atlanta. Atlanta seems like the only 4-3 playbook that I found that works for Madden. I don't know why, but it does. We're going to keep the base 4-3 here for the defense. Defensive schemes, you got to let me know down in the comments below what works for you. I am begging, and the defensive playbook. But let's move into the re-signings. For the re-signings, Cameron Curl, of course, I want you back. Give you a little bit more bonus to make sure he stays. He re-signs with the team. Kendall Fuller, not Kendon, Kendall Fuller. I'll do player-friendly deal. I'm fine with 2 years. He re-signs on that. Jamin Davis, I want back long-term. Doesn't want to be here, so I'll take his 5th-year option. Antonio Gibson, I don't need. Don't need Curtis Samuel. Don't need Cody Barton. Everyone else here, not really interested in. My boy David Mayo out here. Joey Sly, I can probably get a kicker for cheaper and a better one. But anyways, we have $90 million to spend. Let's get to free agency. After free agency, I got punter Tommy Townsend, a middle linebacker Devin White, right end Bryce Huff, who's very underrated. For some reason, he has no interest now. I don't know why that is, but Devin White and Bryce Huff both had interest with me whenever I signed him, but sure. And Jason Sanders, he never had an interest, but I just paid him a little bit more to be our kicker. It was a pretty cheap contract overall, and he has star dev. But let's move into the draft. In the draft, I'm at pick number 4 in the Vikings. I saw Kirk Cousins was in free agency, so the Vikings no longer have any good starting quarterbacks, so they're probably going to trade up for one here. But I'm fine with moving back to pick 26 because I get their next year's first, I get their next year's 3rd, and I get their 4th and their 7th this year. I'm fine with this trade. The Vikings can move up. I want to see if they do pick a QB here at pick number 4 because we do get pick 26 now. They do take a QB, Patrick Worth, so let's hope that he is awful out of Colorado. So that's basically Shadir Sanders, but let's move into picks 26. In the first round at pick 26, I'm picking up left outside linebacker, aka our new edge rusher, Paul Mentor out of NC State. Only normal dev, 82 speed, 86 jumping, 90 acceleration is great. A finesse moves and A pursuit is why I picked him. He had solid athleticism. I mean, he has elite jumping and 90 acceleration for being 6'3", 245 is great. Normal dev though, we can work to improve that. In the second round, I'm picking up a 6'7", 313-pound left tackle, 85 strength, 76 acceleration, hidden dev, of course, A's across the board. He's going to replace Charles Leno, so that way it's another player that I don't have to pay. Now, this is the team after the draft. Charles Leno, I just don't want him anymore. He's 32. He takes up cap. I have a new franchise left tackle. We're saving $10 million by cutting him. Charles Leno is off the team. We have our new left tackle, Wilkins, is going to be a 73 overall. Sam Cosmi, I want him to move inside to center since I do have that star development right guard who was a rookie this season. So I'm cool with him if he moves on the inside. And Stormberg is going to be the starting right guard just because of his hidden developments. Man, this O-line is really trash. I got this guy in like the 3rd round. Yeah, 3rd round because I got him in the 2nd round. So it's a little bit of an upgrade on the offense. Really nothing much. Hopefully, I'll just move up Lewis here. Hopefully he can like maybe get something done as a rookie. I don't really know what I expect from him. But it is what it is. Defensively, Mentor, I'm going to move him down to left end. I know Bryce Huff looks like he's there, but he's actually a right end. So once I shift him down, it will be official. And left end is going to move there. Hopefully he can do something. 6'3", 245. The dude looks like an absolute stud. And of course, I have to refresh my roster. He's going to be a 75 overall whenever we move him down there. I'm going to have Forbes move up to the 2. And they can stay there. Honestly, the team looks like really solid here from previous season, especially the defense. Mentor is going to be coming off the edge. That's what I want from him big time. And anything else here, De'Ami Brown can stay in the slots. Who is this guy? I've never seen him in my life. But anyways, apart from that, hopefully new playbooks, new schemes, a little bit better offensive line, and some new edge rushers will help the team. Let's move into the midseason mark. 1-6, bottom of the division. Passing game, 10th. Everything else sucks. Breakout defensive lineman coach. I don't know if you saw it there. He's on fire. But who are you talking about? We have Hold the Eagle. Okay. Mentor, Paul Mentor. He is on fire, apparently, and he's going to be playing the Eagles, which means we're going to lose, is what that's basically saying. Do I scout a QB here for Sam Howell? The strength of the class is quarterback. If Sam Howell doesn't perform this year, he's not performing at all. I know it's like, oh, he's only had 2 years, you're giving up. Yeah, that's kind of how it works in the NFL, especially for 5th-round quarterbacks. I mean, Carolina didn't even get Matt Corral a chance. They're just like, screw it, he got injured. Let's move up to number 1. Derek Forrest, I want back for the rest of the rebuild, even though he doesn't like our scheme. I don't really care. I'm going to keep him. This is a great depth defensive back. St. Justine or just, I don't know how you say that. Whatever, I'm stupid. Sam Cosmi, I'm fine with this. He doesn't have a mentor at his position. That's his only beef. I'll gladly get you a center for a mentor at a position. Just so that way you sign to a cheaper contract. Sam Cosmi is young. He's already a 77. I'm fine with him for the rest of the rebuild. Mentor, center, bridge. Does anyone have a mentor? Can I just look up tags? Is that not allowed? Is there nobody that's a mentor player? Trade target young. What? Wow. Nobody's a mentor. Oh, there's one. James Friend. Okay. You want a 56 overall center to be your mentor? And that will fix all your problems, right, Sam Cosmi? That's exactly how it works for you? I hope it is. Just signed you a center mentor. That's not how it works, I guess. All right. All right. Let's go Madden, man. I can't just sign him and then get away with it. I'm pretty sure that's how Madden works. And it's like, oh, you're doing this to save a couple million? Absolutely. Do I have to move him? Oh my God. Do I have to cut one of these guys? Just cut him. I know it's like, oh, you're cutting a guy. I don't need to. I need to cut this guy. All right. This guy needs to move to number 2. So that way Sam Cosmi feels welcomed, man. Feels like he's really part of the team. Anyways, please, Sam Cosmi, thank you. His interest spiked. That fixes it for me. Stay for the rest of the rebuild. He resigns. Okay, I'm glad I did that. De'Ami Brown, I don't need you. I can pick up any rookie who will do just as good as you. Tress Way, I already got your replacement. I hope they didn't boot my punter. Just, is that okay? I can only stand negotiations. I hope they didn't boot my punter. And then we have a 5th-year option for Jahan Dotson. But anyways, guys, apart from that, now let's move in to the next week to see if we can beat the Philadelphia Eagles and get that D-line upgrade. But what do we have? We have 13-10. Hopefully you got a sack. Not going to lie, that game was humbling. Really, you couldn't even get a sack or a tackle for a loss. You couldn't get anything, dude. 13-10, we lose. We're 1-7. Let's get to the playoffs. And we finished 2-15, even worse than the previous season. Thank you, EA, for your devotion to the game. Anyway, Sam Howell is trash. I am replacing him. I put you in a passing scheme, and you did awful. 31st offense. Wow, it gets worse and worse every year. I don't even need to explain this stat right here. We're getting rid of Sam Howell. Brian Robinson, 9 touchdowns, 4.1 per carry, over 1,000 yards. Scary Terry, over 1,000 yards, but only 3 touchdowns. Defensively, Devin White, 110 tackles for a loss, 15 for Jonathan Allen, sacks 11 for Jonathan Allen, 11 for Paul Mentor, and 13 tackles for a loss for him as well. That's star dev. Bryce Huff, 8.5 sacks, 13 tackles for a loss, interceptions 3 for Jamin Davis, safeties 0, defensive touchdowns is 0. Unfortunate, very unfortunate for us, but it is what it is. We're going to move on from Sam Howell and let's just get to the offseason. And the Cowboys beat the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. Stephon Gilmore wins the Super Bowl MVP. Dak Prescott wins the league MVP. Sure. Okay, sure. Dak Prescott wins league MVP and wins the Super Bowl. Sure. Okay. Enough of that. Actually, quarterback Patrick Worth for the Vikings wins Rookie of the Year. Wow, that came back to bite me pretty hard. Paul Mentor, though, wins Defensive Rookie of the Year. So it's a win-win. We now get the Vikings first-round pick. We get 2 first-round picks here. We could potentially use that to trade up for a quarterback. NFC East. The mentor we hired retires with us. I mean, I guess he gets the privilege of retiring with any team. I mean, he wasn't going to get signed anywhere else. But Sam Cosmi no longer gets his mentor. God, I'm terrible at speaking if you're new to the channel. But defensively, Paul Mentor goes from a normal to a superstar. What a pick. The dude's going to be a baller. He's our Chase Young that actually stays healthy. So stay tuned, Redskins fans. Let's move in to the re-signings. Now for the players ready to negotiate. Jahan Dotson does want to be here. So I'm not even going to... Do I even accept his contract? I mean, sure, I'll accept that 50-year option. I mean, I guess why not? Tress Way, don't want, no need for him. Apart from that, we do have money to spend in free agency, so let's see what we got there. After free agency, I continue to improve the offensive line with our new left guard, JOK. I moved him from right outside linebacker to left outside linebacker, and David Njoku, another Brown. All 3 of them were actually Browns players. That's actually crazy. I just now realized that. Coming to the Commanders, let's move into the draft. Pick number 1 and pick number 2 in the draft. Let's go. Oh man, look at this. Will Smith, he looks a little bit lighter on his skin, but Will Smith, I guess, is in the NFL. David Rivers out of Florida State, unfortunately, doesn't look too good. I mean, overall, his skills look nasty. I'm not going to pick him. 3rd to 4th round talent. Wow, this actually looks like a pretty nasty QB overall. And he's a 3rd to 4th rounder. Wow, way to hide that. Look at all these top 5 projection QBs. This guy's a top 5. Look at this guy, Kevin Tagarat. Dude, since he's a top 5, should I take him and let someone else trade up for Will Smith? I think I'm going to do that because I can definitely abuse this number 1 pick to someone, and there's another top 5 QB on the board. Bears will give me 2 first-round picks, 2 first-round picks from the Titans, and I'll trade back to 10. Bears, I'll trade back to 4. 3 first-round picks from them. Oh my God, another 3 first-round picks, 3 first-round picks, 3 first-round picks from the Patriots. 3 first-round picks from the Patriots. Yeah, that has to be the one. Just to trade back to pick 13, or I could just trade a little bit with the Bears to pick number 4 and get their next year's first round. I'm going to take the Patriots right here. The Patriots, sure. Take that top QB on the board. That's fine with me. I'll take the next guy on the board. They miss him. They pass on him. Sure, I'll take him. Will Smith, you're on the team, bud. Sure, I'll take him at pick number 2. He's an elite throw power guy. Yeah, there's no reason. What? Normal dev. Oh my God. I got scammed. I got baited. Top 5 talent. He's going to be like a 78 overall. 97 throw power is nuts. Normal dev really blows, but 6'5", 231 out of Michigan. Top 5 talent. Yeah, sure. Anyways, Will Smith is going to be the new quarterback. I hate that name. And with pick 13 in the draft, defensive tackle Jimmy Castro out of Michigan State. A tackle, A power moves, A play rec, B awareness. He looks sick with 92 strength as a rookie. Normal dev. It's so annoying. How is this possibly a normal dev? That's so annoying. Anyways, Jimmy Castro, our other first round pick. In the second round, Kyle Mitchell out of Kentucky, 6'2", 184, great athleticism, hidden dev. Always could use more depth at DB, A zone coverage, A tackle, B hit power, B catching. He looks great. And in the third round, I'm picking up middle linebacker Kevin Vincent out of San Diego State, 6 foot, 231, 89 speed, 89 acceleration, hidden dev for a linebacker is great. A zone coverage, A impact blocking, B power moves, B man coverage. Later rounds, I'm a baller at picking. I can't pick for shit in the first round. In the fourth round, I'm picking up wide receiver Darian Hamilton out of Youngstown State, 6'1", 200 pounds, hidden dev, 91 speed, 93 acceleration. Not really good skills, but overall his athleticism wasn't bad. Took a chance on him in the fourth round for a wide receiver with hidden dev. Sure, that's worth it. Now this is the team going into year number 3. Will Smith is a 77 without the boost. He looks great, but Clinton looks like the AI picked up. I picked up Hamilton in the later round. Sam Howell, he's going to be traded away. He's young. He has star dev. I'm sure there's going to be a team that wants him. And looks like Terry Harding out from the Bears. It looks like a solid depth middle linebacker. So Terry Harding, they're willing to give him up, and I know they're willing to give up a little bit more than that, but a 3 and a 4. Does that work for you guys? No, it does not. How about just that and a 4? Almost there? I guess I got to do it straight up. Sam Howell for Terry Harding. I mean, Sam Howell did throw 17 touchdowns to 16 receptions. It's not like I can't expect too much from him. So Kevin Vincent, who I got out of San Diego State in the third round. I'm going to move to left outside linebacker. The amount of depth that we have in this defense is crazy. If we keep losing, I'm going to lose my mind. Like, I'm going to actually lose my mind here. We have so much depth. Mitchell is a 78 overall. Martin's going to be a good slot. This guy Noble, who I got in the later rounds. Like, dude, we have so much depth here. And Emmanuel Forbes is injured? For what? Why is he injured? Dislocated wrist? Why? I turned off injury, and pre-existing injury is on, but okay, sure, I guess. I don't really get a say in it. But I'm going to make sure that setting is off. So let's go to league settings. Pre-existing injury off. Practice injury off. It was practice injury. Okay. But let's move in to the midseason mark for year number 3. 2-5, third in the division. What is wrong with the team, if I can ever look at it? Just sporadic. We have the 7th best defense technically. Our defensive rushing game is terrible with Jonathan Allen and Deron Payne. Of course, you know, that's Madden for you. And our offensive points per game is 31st, even though our passing game is 3rd. Nice. Thank you, EA. Marvelous game you make every year. I love it. What do we got for Will Smith, baby? He's going to be 300 scrimmage yards, no interceptions. Hopefully he can get star dev here. It's really rough. Really rough building the Commanders right now. I feel like it's scripted for us to lose. Scary Terry, of course, I want my #1 wide receiver to re-sign, so I have to pay him extra. Jonathan Allen apparently wants to be here. That's surprising. We've been losing for so long. I figured he would want to leave by now. Jamin Davis, he wants a mentor at his position. Dude, you have Devin White, 2 rookies around you, and JOK. Like, I know it's not a mentor, but you have plenty of help around you. You have plenty of good players to help you, and dude wants a mentor. All right. Bridge player, future starter. We're doing this again, guys. Yes, Kyle Van Noy, sure, join my team, and then do I have to adjust you on my roster? Because I know my AI won't unless I do it. Do I have to cut a player too? I do have to cut a player. That is unfortunate for that one player. Just know that your cut is a sacrifice to give me a cheaper contract for Jamin Davis, even though I don't even have to pay my quarterback. So technically, it's really not that big of a deal. But we did lose to the Bears, who have Sam Howell now. Just realized that. And defensively, do I have to seriously adjust it? Oh my God. Kyle Van Noy is the second string. I'm going to have to adjust everything back to the way it was now because the AI is like, nah. But star dev for Clinton, who the AI picked up. And Hamilton, let's move up to the second string there. And we got all that. Brian Robinson should be getting all the carries. And apart from that, let's look at Jamin Davis's contract. Once again, it should be a full green bar now. It is a full green bar. 5-year contract for him, and he resigns. Thank God he did. And Brian Robinson, he doesn't like our scheme fit. We're in a multiple zone run. It's literally centered around you, technically. You shouldn't like our playbook, though. I can't really... Maryland... This isn't Maryland. This is the capital. I mean, technically, I guess they play in Maryland. So, he's going to resign, paid him a little bit extra. Kendall Fuller, I guess I'll just re-sign him for the rest of the rebuild. I have $2 million to spend. Don't really want to spend it on anyone else here. Kyle Van Noy can walk. Emmanuel Forbes will accept his option if I have to. And our run defense is terrible for some reason. Don't know why. I think we have a good defensive line. So I guess I'll just keep going defensive tackle, even though I did select 2 defensive tackles. One of them was in the first round in the previous year. Defensive rushing game is terrible for no reason. But let's see if we can beat the Lions and get this breakout challenge here for our quarterback. Please beat them. And we do. 42-10. Come on, show me he got this. It's a total blowout, dude. Total blowout, coach. Another big performance. Let's go. Will Smith, baby. He's finna slap Chris Rock at this Rookie of the Year awards. What was his stat line? He got a 4 passing touchdown, got sacked twice, rushed for 19 yards and a rushing touchdown, 333 yards, 5 total touchdown. Balled out when he needed to. We're 3-5. Let's move into the playoffs. 6-11, bottom of the division. Defense sucks. Our passing game is good. Wow. I don't know what else to tell you, man. Will Smith, he's a baller. He's a baller, dude. Other than those passing touchdowns, 9th best offense. Top 10 offense, top 10 defense. Best we can do, Madden says, 6-11. 4,400 yards at 27 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, 98 passer rating. Brian Robinson, 8 touchdowns, 3.8 per carry is not good, 1,100 yards. Scary Terry, 101 receptions, 1,300 yards, 7 touchdowns. Jahan Dotson, 6 touchdowns, 1,100 yards. Rookie with a solid season. And the other rookie, I guess, just doesn't exist. Yeah, he just doesn't exist. 3 receptions, 19 yards. Defensively, Jamin Davis, 103 tackles for a loss, 17 for Paul Mentor, sacks, 9.5 for Paul Mentor. Jonathan Allen starting to hit that regression. And Jartavius Martin with another 3 interceptions, 0 safeties, 0 defensive touchdowns. Super annoying. Top 10 offense, top 10 defense, and the AI is like, nah, we're not doing that. 6-11, bottom of the division. Let's move into the offseason. And the Eagles beat the Ravens in the Super Bowl. Jalen Hurts wins the Super Bowl MVP. Patrick Mahomes wins the league MVP. Aiden Hutchinson, Defensive Player of the Year. Will Smith, Rookie of the Year. Is that superstar dev for him? That would be awesome. Even though he started out normal dev, he's already a superstar dev. And then, see, NFC East. Kyle Van Noy retires, another mentor player that I didn't want anyway, so they know what's up. They know they're here for the contract, and as soon as the contract is signed, they are no longer needed. Will Smith, superstar dev, let's go. Both their new receivers have star dev. They're just depth players. Like, I don't know what I need to improve this offense. Yes, the rushing game is lacking, so maybe I trade for another running back because 3.8 per carry by Brian Robinson isn't good. Paul Mentor gets X Factor, which is awesome to see. And Castro isn't even bad. I have good depth here at DB. I have a lot of depth here. Kevin Vincent is a star dev. A lot of depth here at linebacker. I guess I'm just going to trade for a big-time running back because Brian Robinson's not doing it. For the players ready to negotiate, Emmanuel Forbes, sure, I'll accept that contract. 5th-year option, I mean. $17 million. I'm going to see if there's a good running back in free agency, but if there isn't, I'll just skip to the draft. Yeah, I know it seems crazy, but I'm trading away pick number 7 in the draft and a next year's first that I got from the Patriots in that trade for a 97 overall superstar running back, Josh Jacobs. That was a huge problem for this team. I need a superstar X-Factor running back. I know I'm paying way too high of a price for one because Madden obviously overvalues running backs, but hey, it is what it is. I got to get one on the team, and I have a bunch of first-round picks. And now I'm trading away just a random receiver and a first-round pick for Vita Vea, since obviously our rushing game, our defensive rush game was awful. Need another X factor on that line because why not? And I didn't need that first-round pick. I was trading away the Hunter wide receiver, the guy, you know who I'm talking about, just for a cap room situation. So now I don't have a first-round pick at all. Gave them both up. And I still have one next year because of the Patriots, but I don't really care. Let's move into the end of the draft. Now, this is the team going into the 4th and final season. Josh Jacobs is here. That's desperately what we needed for this team. Looks like the AI picked up this guy named Hartley in the 2nd round. I'll move this guy, our left guard, to the opposite position and right tackle just because we need a right tackle there. Our current one is a 67 overall. This guy's a 76 at left guard. He's going to be a 76 at right guard as well, letting the AI register that. 87 overall team. X-Factor D-line other than Bryce Huff. Deron Payne is now depth. And yeah, this team has so much depth. It looks so good. There's no reason why we should be failing. We haven't even made the playoffs yet. I have a great team built around me. 86 overall team. EA, you need to learn some math skills. 85 plus 89 divided by 2 is not 86. And if it is, it would be 86 and a half. You round up and it's to 87. But sure, you know, I'm not gonna worry about the maths, the quick maths. Let's just get to the playoffs. 13-4 second in the division, coming off a 3-point loss. We were 3 points away from being the number 1 seed, right? Yeah, dude, we go from seed number 1 to seed number 5 because of 3 lousy points, bro. God. Stats and awards. Will Smith, baller. That's league MVP. Show it to me, bro. Jalen Hurts steals it from us, and of course, Patty Mahomes gets it above us. 3rd in the NFL for league MVP, 2nd best offense in the NFL, 5th best defense, 4,600 yards, 44 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, 117 pass rating. It's safe to say he's definitely better than Sam Howell. Josh Jacobs, 1,400 yards, 5.1 per carry, 13 touchdowns, solid season, well, above average season. Scary Terry, amazing season, 1,500 yards, over 100 receptions, 11 touchdowns. Austin Clinton, 14 touchdowns, 1,000 yards. Sorry about that. Stuttered there. David Njoku, 10 touchdowns. Nice for him. Jahan Dotson, not really putting in too much work, but solid. Jamin Davis, 106 tackles. Tackles for a loss. 15 for Paul Mentor. Sacks, 10 for Bryce Huff. 7 for Jonathan Allen. 6.5 for Paul Mentor. Interceptions, 2 for Jamin Davis. Really not that many receptions throughout the rebuild. 0 safeties and 0 defensive touchdowns. But we are going to see what we have against the Seattle Seahawks. Can I at least get one playoff win in this rebuild? I don't think I'm going to be playing in the divisional round. Yeah, and we beat them bad, 49-17. I believe we can beat the Panthers. We're an 89 overall team. They're an 85 offense, 85 defense. We're better than them in offense and way better than them with our defense. We're 13-4 playing at home here. Come on, let's beat the Panthers. Oh my God. That's EA for you. Like, we are 4 overalls higher than them. Significantly better defense. So our defense morale just dropped, so we went from a 91 overall defense to an 89. And look at our team ranks. We are stacked across the board. Get absolutely slapped in the face by the Panthers. Like, what? This is EA's simulation for you. I literally have a top 3 MVP quarterback, a significantly better overall team. They're like, nah. I understand upsets happen, but they happen by like a small margin. Like, it's like a 3-point game. It's tight. Upsets aren't like a blowout. You never really see a really bad team just humiliate a really, really, really good team. You never see that. It's because it always happens by a small margin. The Ravens finally capitalized in the Super Bowl in this simulation. Lamar Jackson wins Super Bowl MVP. Jalen Hurts wins league MVP. And dude, what a stupid way to end the rebuild. Can't even win a divisional game because EA scripts it to where you're not allowed to win whenever you use a team. It's so dumb, dude. X Factor quarterback, X Factor running back, X Factor receiver, superstar tight end, so much depth at receiver, tight end, great offensive line, honestly. Not even bad anymore. Not even nearly as bad as what we started with. Amazing defensive line, so much depth at the secondary, so much depth at the linebacking core, and we have a great team. It's an 89 overall team, and it's not cutting it for EA. It's so stupid. Anyways, guys, apart from that, I'm probably going to be doing a Bills rebuild next, but let me know down below in the comments which one you want me to do next. And make sure you like and or subscribe, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.